Hello everyone. So this is the first video out of a small series of videos where I will show you how I installed and configured a small backup server that is based on Ansible playbooks. So it creates VM backups, it creates file backups with our AirSync from Linux, so Linux to Linux, and also SMB shares, so Windows shares to Linux. So three types of backups, not three types, two types basically. So one it's a VM, a complete VM backup, and other two are just copying of files from different shares, one from a Linux machine and the other one from a Windows share. Nevertheless, it will be a nice it will be a nice video because I will show you a lot of things. This backup server also sends messages to Discord when it starts a playbook and when it finishes, or even if something goes wrong during a backup process. For example, for the VMs, it will send another notification. So yeah, stay tuned. We will learn. I will learn. You will learn a lot of things. A lot of interesting things. So let's start. So first, let me show you the hardware. So it's a pretty old thin client. It's a Lenovo ThinkCentre, and it has an AMD CPU with only 2 cores and 8 GB of RAM. So that is sufficient. As storage, the operating system is on a M2 SSD, and the backups will be copied and stored on a different disk, and that is also as an SSD. Yeah, it's not a terabyte, it's almost there. So this is the hardware. As I told you, it's old, but it does the job. I can also show you. So it's this one, POX03. So it's that AMD CPU. And yeah, I only have one VM because this is the VM that will do all the actions. You would say that is an overkill that I installed a hypervisor and then an additional machine, but for me it is important because in this way I can take snapshots of this machine and I can revert at any time, so without reinstalling, because I did try several things and I didn't want to reinstall all the time the machine, and this is why I went with this configuration. Okay, so let's get back. Where is my... Okay, so this is the hardware. The software that I used, you already saw. Proxmox as a hypervisor. The VM that does the backups is a CentOS Stream 10, and of course I installed Ansible, the latest version at the time of this video. And I am also using an Android app, a very nice app. I believe it's free to do some actions, but nevertheless I used it, and I use it to power on my server, because this server will not be always on. It will start only when it needs to do a backup. So I'm saving power because yeah, energy is expensive. And with this app, I can send a scheduled wake on LAN message whenever I want, once a month, once a day, once a week. So it can be scheduled. I will show you a few pictures of the app. And of course, I told you that when the playbooks start running, I will receive. So the Ansible will send a message to Discord to my private server, and I also show you in this mini series of videos. I will show you how to configure the server on the Discord application, and also how to send the messages. So yeah, this is the first video. Yeah, let's also I want to also present you in this video, because we can also go through to the Proxmox preparations for the CentOS configuration. I will create another video probably, so that we don't get bored here in 1 hour video, so we can split it a little bit. Okay, so for the Proxmox server, I did do some changes. I didn't leave it to the default installation, because I do not like the LVM thin provisioning, and I changed a little bit the install process. So here, if we go, I have here another installer just to show you. When you go with the graphical interface, if you don't want to have the LVM thin, then you have to do one small change. I don't like the LVM thin because I'm old school and I like to oh, come on. I like to see my disks in the old way, not as blocks. So let me show you what I mean. Where is it? So if I go, for example, on another Proxmox that was installed with LVM thin provisioning, if I do a list block, then the disks of my VMs that are on this Proxmox node will be visible like this, so as blocks. And yeah, I don't like this. So this is a something personal, so you can leave it like this, but I personally don't like it. So this is why I'm excluding that from the install process, and you can exclude that. Where is it? Here, when you have to select the drive that you want to install on, if you go to option, yeah, you can select the swap size, I don't know, 6 GB, the max root. You can give here also a number. Nevertheless, let me give here 4. This one, the max VZ, is that LVM thin. So if you type here 0, then that will not be created. And if you leave max root empty, it should consume all of this space. Or if you don't want to do that, you can type here any number. I mean any number. You need a little bit of space. I don't know. Let's say 10 GB. And you can increase it later. So after you install it, and the commands to increase it are those. Let me just zoom a little bit in so that they are visible. So those two, after you After you install it, you can increase the volume with those commands. So first you increase the volume, and then you increase the file system. So this is what I've done in my Proxmox installation. And the second disk, so let's exit this one so don't get confused. So this is my installation. The second disk I just installed as an ext4 file system. List block, I believe, file system, yeah, ext4, and I just mounted it persistent. So let's see the fs tab, cut etc fs tab. So I mounted by using the UID. This is the correct way to mount on disk so that it is persistent during reboots. So that's the UID, and then just the mount directory, the file system type, and defaults. Those are yeah, this is the default. So I didn't do any additional configs. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation, or how should I call this. So we've done this, sorry, so this one is done, and then after that I installed NFS utils because I want to share. So I shared this drive. Let's say, so cut etc exports. So I created an additional disk, a disk directory in mnt sda. Yeah, it doesn't know the ll, only ls. Okay, and it's that not m, l, it's that backup directory. Come on, yeah. So I created this backup directory, and I shared it through NFS version 3, and this is how I used read write, async, no root squash, I believe, and no subtree check. And I give the entire network access to the share. Of course, in a productive environment, you will limit it. But yeah, this is my home lab, and I wasn't obligated to do that. Okay, so that is what I've done, because I've done this because my VM. So the backup server itself will not use its own storage because it only has a 32 gigabyte disk. It will simply mount that disk, and it will use it all the time. So yeah, that disk isn't visible here because I did not use the GUI to attach that disk. I just done it through the CLI, but it is visible here in the disks. So it is visible. So this is the big disk and it's ext4. Yeah, you don't need to have to do it like this, but I'm just showing you how I've done it. Okay, so I installed NFS utils and I shared that directory, and also I have enabled wake on LAN in the BIOS and also at the system level, the operating system level, because as I told you, I will use this nice tool to wake up the server with the help of my phone. So, and there I also schedule the starts of the servers. And it is important also to configure the CentOS VM so that backup server to start when the Proxmox server starts, and that can be done here under options, started boot, and just edit and check this box. And every time the host starts, it will also start the VM. Okay, let's get back. Yeah, let me show you also this. In some cases, you don't need to do anything. It will work because I have Proxmox installed on a different device, and the wake on LAN works immediately when I've configured it in the BIOS. But for this one, so for this model, it did not work, and I had to create a service for it. I also saw this somewhere on YouTube. I don't remember the exact video. Nevertheless, you need the ETH tool, but that is already present. So in this version, I did not install it manually. So it was always there, and you can check if wake on LAN is enabled on the operating system side with this command ETH tool, and then your network interface. In my case is NIC0, and here is the information that you are looking for. If you have it with D or something different than G, then it will not work, even if you enabled it on in the BIOS. And to make this work, let me see, I noted somewhere here. Yeah, you need to just create a new service, and I've done that. So I've done a nano on etc systemd system and wall service. So if you don't have it, you just have to create this file. This is how it should look like. Once again, I saw it also on YouTube, and it works. So you only need this information, and after that you just need to enable and start the service, and you just do that with systemctl systemctl and start wall service, and then enable wall service. So this is all you need. Enable wall service, and it will wake on service. yeah, this is enable and then start, sorry. And after you've done that, you can see the status of the service to see if you have any errors. And after you enable and start it, every time you shut down the Proxmox server, you will see that the network card will still blink, so it will remain powered on, because only in this way it can receive wake online packets from your network. Okay, so this is done. Yeah, I believe we are done. I will create another video, so video number 2 I will speak about the configurations that I've done on the Linux CentOS, so the actual backup server. So until now it was just the hypervisor. Thank you for watching, and yeah, don't miss out the next videos, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this type of video.